Hi YouTube, it's Donica or Nika Bunny Sings, or whatever you want to call me that is not offensive. And today, happy Easter if you do celebrate Easter and it is one of your holidays. Let me make sure. It is. I wanted to make sure my mic wasn't in ASMR mode. If you do celebrate Easter and today is one of those days that you celebrate, happy Easter, whether or not you celebrate it religiously or not. I hope you had a good Easter. We are playing as Toast. I'm going to be reading the mod information. Toast is obviously a bunny, very cute. I thought it would be very fun to play as a little bit of a bunny character for Easter, and look how cute Toast is. Like, Toast is so cute, and their name is Toast. So they have health. They obviously have 2 blood hearts. They start with the same speed as Azazel, which is not that great. They have 3.5 luck, which is great to start with, obviously because they're a bunny. They also start with a Wheel of Fortune card and 1 key, and it's just that. It's that, and they have a couple of costumes that go with him, but it looks like some items immediately make Toast not a bunny, which is not great. You would think you would keep Toast as the bunny if you take items. So a little bit of a bummer since we kind of wanted to play as a bunny, but that's okay. Okay. That was not planned for. So I didn't plan for what would happen if Toast turned outside of Toast. I don't know if there's a way to get Toast back, or if it just sort of glitched out for us because we have other things open for mods, or what the case may be. This is a really good start though, so I don't want to give it up. We are a bunny. We are a bunny. This is still a bunny. If you look, we still have the bunny paws. We just don't have the bunny ears. So we are still a bunny. If you look really, really close, you can see that we are indeed Toast. Just not fully. I hope you guys have been doing well. Hopefully your weekend has been going well and the end of the week treated you well. If you didn't catch my last stream, it is always going to be a VOD on my YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check it out there. I didn't stream today, obviously, because I didn't have time. I did make a community post, but I will be streaming again, hopefully this Tuesday. So you should see me on stream this Tuesday. Okay, so I was the bunny for a second when we got on the floor, and then it kind of went away. So we'll see if we can get that back. But if anything changes, like I say, always, there'll be a community post. Do I look crusty today? Yes. Am I in the mood to put on a bunch of makeup? No. So that's what we're getting today. That's how I'm doing. If you're wondering, how's Nika doing? Look at my face. That's your answer. But I did have a nice Easter. I will say I got to spend time with my grandmother, and, we had fun coloring eggs, and we played backgammon, and she was so sweet enough to give me a little Easter gift, which I thought was so cute and kind. So, very happy that I got to see her today. It was fun to be able to see her and talk to her, and we were watching, like, this weird game show. It was nice. I'm not going to go on about it forever, but it was awesome. And I appreciate her as always. Spending time with her is always a very much treat and delight, and I'm happy that she's doing well. I can wish nothing less for her. That's what she deserves. God, we somehow beelined straight to the boss and didn't get the item room or the shop, which is very much on key for me. I tend to always find the boss immediately and skip all the special rooms, which is great for time and annoying for going back and having to backtrack and then spending that time anyways. So, regardless, now we know where the boss is. I figured we'd just do a fun run today. I've been having a tough bit of a week. It's been a lot of anxiety. Friday was a horrific day. It was a lot. It's been a lot as of late. So, not to say that I'm complaining too much or anything, but that's why I've been a little bit MIA. I've been trying to do the best that I can in terms of keeping up, but it has been difficile. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and get this golden bomb. Yeah, get the golden bomb first, because then we have unlimited bombs, and we'll bomb here, and we're gonna get that bomb that we get to keep now, and then we're gonna bomb here because I would like stopwatch. See, I have a plan. I have an order of operations here. It's like math, but less annoying. And then we're good to go. I do really want that blue heart, but I don't think we're gonna get that blue heart. Life has been super strange as of late, and I've been really like kind of an angrier person as of late, just because I've been trying. I think it's because I've been trying really, really hard to shade. This looks so different. Falls Isaac's movement deals 75 contact damage per second. After it deals 666 damage absorbed by Isaac, increasing his contact damage. I mean, whatever. You can take that. I didn't realize that after he does the devil's number of damage that... I should have Soul of Isaac that, though. Next devil deal, we'll do that. So I do turn into the bunny whenever I leave the floors. And the bunny is there for the cutscenes, and the bunny's there now. But then he goes away. If only we could keep the bunny. That is something for them to look out for. But we do get to see glimpses, so it is an Easter try. It's an Easter fail, but it's an Easter try. What was I saying? I think I've been so like frustrated because I've been working really, really hard on my mental health, and I'm getting to the point where like I'm making progress. So then whenever I ever have a bad day or I like regress a little bit, I get super angry, and I haven't figured out quite yet how to stop doing that and like give myself some grace and time to have the bad days. Haven't figured that out yet. So if you do that too, you're not alone. It is very frustrating, and I know the best thing that I can do is give myself grace. You know, my therapist gave me a great idea. It's like, write down when you're angry, write down what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what your emotions are, and then go back to that whenever you're not angry and see if you can, you know, refute some of the claims you might have written down, or write down why some of what you said wasn't true. So that's always a good idea, coming back with a clear mind. I just need to do it. So we're going to do that very soon. It's just like why I get so upset at myself for not being able to like fix my own mental health basically on my own immediately. It's a big thing to do. And when I say on my own, I mean largely, you know what I mean? I spend a lot of time working on stuff on my own, and I have a lot of books that I read and go through, and YouTube videos that I watch, and fuck the motorcycles that are so unbelievably loud all the time. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, like, if you're trying really hard to do something, it doesn't have to be mental health related, but let's say you're just trying to get a fucking job, and like you're pissed because you're trying so hard, and you've tweaked your resume 20 times, and you're acing all the fucking interviews, and you're applying to 20,000 jobs, and you're not getting the job that you want to get, or they're not offering enough money. It's frustrating because you're doing everything that you can, and something that's somewhat out of your control, for example, like having a disability or having, you know, whatever, or not getting a job or whatever, it's irritating, and it's like hard to not get angry. And I'm not an angry person, so for me, it's really uncomfortable to be angry. I don't like to be angry. I find myself to be very repulsed when I do get angry, which makes me angrier. So it's like a great cycle. So if you're like that too, allow yourself to feel the emotions that you do, so long as you're not like yelling at somebody or something. Like, I'm always angry at myself. I'm never like taking it out on somebody, which happens, by the way. That's a human thing that happens, but you want to learn from that. Obviously, you don't want to like do that and then be like, well, I'm feeling angry, so I can. You know, we want to take some accountability, but in general, you know what I'm saying? You know, give yourself the grace to feel upset, and then let's move forward. You know what I mean? Do it together. So anyways, that's my little tidbit of like what's been going on, my little mental health struggle. I know a lot of you guys love when I talk about these things because a lot of you guys, I'm going to Soul of Isaac this. Yeah, Holy Light is considerably better. So, glad I did that. I know you guys like when I have my chill videos, when I just talk about things. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about that I thought was fucking crazy, I saw a video, and I don't remember who made the video or where I saw it, so I'm not going to dig it up because I don't want to ever... I know on YouTube you have to be fucking careful. Like, if you talk about a video and you don't like it, sometimes people go crazy. I don't have enough followers, I think, for that to happen. But people just, like, take that as, like, oh, I'm gonna go personally attack this human being now. And it's like, I never, ever, ever want to promote that. Like, if I ever talk about something or somebody and I have video or I have a username or whatever, there's gonna be disclaimers upon disclaimers like, yo, you go and you harass this person, you're not part of the community anymore. We don't do that. But in this case, because I saw the video kind of on a random whim, I didn't save it, whatever, I just was like, okay. I think, this is going to be controversial, okay? Because we're all adults, and we all are busy, and we all have lives. And I don't expect anybody to talk to me every day, even every week. I don't expect somebody to get back to me right away. You don't have to text me all day. But I think we really use, like, the I'm an adult with a life thing as an excuse to be, like, lazy, shitty friends. Like, ready? Because so many of us say how lonely we are. A lot of people talk about how happy they are to have the very few people in their lives that truly check in on them and really care. Okay, why is that? Right? Because there's 8 billion people on this planet. And all of them are not going to be good people for sure. That's definitely an argument. But let's say that you meet 10 good people, but only 2 of them hit you up. I'm here. I'm in there. I'm with you. Why is that happening? We all have our phones. Let's be real. First off from the bat, I am somebody that does not spend all day on my phone. And I have my phone enough to check in with my friends who want to respond. My friends sometimes don't respond to me, and that's okay. But sometimes they don't respond to me, and then they come back and kind of love bomb me, and then they disappear again. Kind of looking for oh, I'm sorry, is it okay that I've disappeared for forever and haven't checked in on you in a long time? And then they disappear again. So not really a friendship, right? Like, you're not really keeping up with my life. You know I'm severely mentally ill, could probably use support, but you don't want to be there. Fine. See, the problem is that we use this weird... The video that I saw, the girl was like, shout out to my friends that haven't seen me in 3 years, that I haven't talked to in 3+ years, that we just pick up and we're best friends again. Like, you're asking for a lot from people. And I know that because I have friends that don't message me after years and they love bomb the fuck out of you and then disappear again. And it's like, I don't even know. Like, the amount of difference that's in my life from when I was 23, that I'm in a completely different place. Completely different. Like, I didn't even know I was autistic at 23. I had an inkling of an idea, obviously. But I wasn't even diagnosed at 23. I didn't have my YouTube channel at 23. I was just moving out. Like, there's so many different things that have happened since I was 23. And people are like, I just pick right back up. You can't, like, you might be able to meet, like, get to know each other again, catch up, be like, oh my God, it's just like it was before, recurate your friendship. But checking in with somebody every 3 years is like similar to like the aunt you see at a function that you don't even want to hug because you don't really know them. It's not like a friendship. And this person was like, shout out to those people, all the other people that are like so needy, like, and all the comments were like, ugh, I hate my needy friends. And it's like, it became needy to want to talk to somebody more than once every 3 years. Like, damn, if you said 3 months, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like, shit happens, we get busy. If you have kids, that's another thing. There's layers to it, right? There's layers, donkey. There's all different kinds of things that could be happening. You could have a mental breakdown. You could be like me and be in an outpatient program for a couple of months, and you don't have the spoons to talk to people, which you can communicate, but even if you choose not to, or you can't, or you forgot to, whatever, right? If there's a lack of communication for some reason, I can see that. 3 fucking years? That's not a friend. Like, I don't know you. Straight up. Like, you could be a completely different person. In 3 years, you could get married. In 3 years, you could have a kid. In 3 years, you could move across the country. You could change your political views entirely. You could fucking have killed somebody in 3 years. For all I fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I'm being ridiculous. But, and so Tech 5 occasionally shoots lasers in addition to Isaac's tears. Why not? Tech 0.5. And so I think that is part of why we are lonely, is because we used to, oh, well, I'm an adult and I was doing things and whatever. Yeah, but you're posting memes. Like, I see you posting memes on the internet for other people to laugh at or whatever. Like, you're going out of your way to do the things that you, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about, like, they're posting photos of them out or they're whatever. And yes, there's also the idea that everybody does not have the social battery to talk to everybody all the time, and just because you have free time doesn't mean that you need to use it to talk to people. And that's very true, but to an extent. Like, if you want to have friendships, yeah, you have to use some of your social battery and free time to talk to your friends and check in on them and show that you care about them. We always complain about how lonely we are and how we can be surrounded by people but feel like we're lonely, and how people kill themselves, we don't check in on our friends enough or whatever. But we also are like, oh, by the way, if you want me to hit you up more than once every 2 months, you're asking for too much. You're on your phone more than once every 2 months. And the funny thing to me too is, like, people will have best friends that they talk to every day. People will have pretty good friends that they talk to often, especially if they can hang out with them. So it's like, you could message that person or be honest and say, I don't want to. But the idea that, like, it should be acceptable and okay to just disappear and then you're my best friend still is not real. Like, we don't do that with anybody else. If your boyfriend disappeared for 3 months and then came back, you'd be pissed. If your parents disappeared for 3 months, you'd be like, where'd my parents go? Nobody else gets to do that. It's just friendships where we get to be exceedingly lazy and then also expect to get the same amount of love and support whenever we just decide to roll back in. I don't personally do that to people. If I don't want to be your friend, I'll probably make that pretty clear. If I don't have time, I'll communicate that and let you know. If I'm going to be slow, if I'm going through a tough week, you'll know, because it's easy to... We're a bunny again, by the way. Just wanted to point out again that we are a bunny. So Easter, you'll know, you know what I mean? Like, you'll have an idea that something is going on. So it's very weird to me that we've just sort of normalized disappearing. And that's why we don't have a lot of people that are around for us. And that's why people feel so lonely. And that's why people don't have a lot of friends. And that's why making friends as an adult is so hard, is because we all feel like life is so hard, which it is. I struggle every day. Trust me, every day. And I'm not even talking like a little bit. It's not like oh, good for you that you have the battery to... I don't really. I'm taking spoons I don't have to make sure that I care for the people that I care about, because you kind of need to. Like, if those are going to be the people that are going to be there for me when my battery is completely fucking negative and I need somebody to talk to or whatever, I can't expect them to be there for me and I'm never fucking there. I can't expect somebody to know truthfully, deeply that I love and care about them if I just think about them. What does that do? Thoughts and prayers are nice, but they don't fix issues. When somebody is like, I need my kidney transplanted, if all you can do is afford to think of somebody, that's different. You know what I mean? I can afford to talk about you. I can afford to spread your message. I can afford to think of you, but I can't afford to send money. I'm so sorry. That's, that makes sense. But what do thoughts and prayers do outside of, you know what I mean? Like, and also, if you don't even let the person know that you're thinking about them, what the fuck are they going to do with that? They can't read your mind. And that's what we want. Like, we want to think about people, and that's enough. I didn't know you were thinking about me. What do I look like? Megamind, bitch? Do I look like I have your mind and mine in one? I don't know what's going on in your dome. You know what I mean? So it's just, it really bothered me, because I was like, no, don't call people who want to talk to their friends more than once every fucking 3 years too. Like, you're rage baiting at this point. But don't tell those people that they're needy. And the comments were so in agreement, and I'm like, you're just not a good friend. Like, that's not a good friend. If you can't ever reach out, if you can't ever respond to messages, if you're gonna ignore people and then post memes, which means you're on your phone, and I'm not talking about sometimes, like I said, I'm talking about fucking all the time. Activates Book of Dead spawns. What does this do? Forces Isaac to eat 5 random pills. Okay, that was actually pretty good. If you're like doing that every single day, if it's so hard to get a conversation out of you, but you have so much time to hang out with other people, or you have so much time to post memes, or you have so much time to do things, people are not going to want to talk to you. Very simply because you're annoying to talk to. If it's impossible to get a conversation out of you, that's not an attractive trait, just kind of to me in general. And I say this not just about dating either, but like in general. Like, if I'm trying to make friends, but it's literally I talk to you once every 3 or 4 weeks, then I already know, like, what's the point? We're not going to hang out. You're not going to be around enough for me to even ask to make plans. Like, and not everybody is a good communicator. Like, I have some friends that just aren't great at communication, but at least they've admitted that. And they're like, I'm not good at communication. I'll call you when I can, or we'll hang out when we can. And I just keep that friend in that compartment. That's not the friend that I'm going to call first if something's wrong, but that might still be a good friend of mine. But they're not going to be the friend that I call first if something is going on. They're not going to be the friend that's going to know everything that's going on, because they're not going to be around to. And I think we both kind of understand that. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm going on a rant, but I just think we have become very lazy with showing care. It shouldn't be an absolute chore to talk to people all the time. It's an absolute chore sometimes. Don't get me fucking wrong. There's many, many, many days I do not want to respond. And there's many days that I tell people I can't respond. Communicate that I'm having a bad day and I'll get back to you when I can, and I might text somebody twice. You know what I mean? You might not get more than 1 or 2 texts out of me in a day. Sometimes. But I'll always tell you. I'm not just going to ignore you. If I'm gone for, a while, I'll say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you on red, or I didn't mean to ignore you. I was having this panic attack. I was having a bad day. This thing happened to me. I apologize. How are you? How are things going? And people are going to come for me, I feel like, and be like, you were too needy. And it's like, no, because nobody's saying that you have to be there 24/7. Nobody's saying that you have to be there all the time. Nobody's saying that you're obligated to take care of your friends or anything weird. Like, nobody's asking you for more than the bare fucking minimum, the bare minimum. Like, my my grandmother is so sweet enough to make a cake and send it to a friend because she can. She's got neuropathy, she's got issues in her hands, and she's still gonna do it. So that's what I'm saying, right? Like, not like, oh, it was better in the old. I'm not trying to be one of those fucking people, but I'm saying, like, let's not glorify being absent as fuck. It's not a good thing to do. It's okay to be absent at times. It's okay to communicate that you can't be there. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have bad weeks and bad months. But being a bad friend all the time by simply just being absent because, I can get away with it because we're older now, is not real. Like, you're not going to get the reaction that you want to out of this. You're allowing your friendships to die, and then when you feel lonely, it'll be because people don't want to have to beg for you to be around. And that's very real. I think a lot of us don't want to admit it because we don't want to come off as a really needy, like, ungrateful person that doesn't, whatever, take what they can get and, doesn't understand that adult life is difficult or whatever. And I think we all do. I think we all understand that. I think all of us totally get it. And all of us also know that we have time to text. Like, that's why when you're dating somebody and they, like, never respond and people are like, if he's not responding, it's because he doesn't want to. There's, like, a real reason for that. It's because it's true. And we don't expect enough of our friends. I learned in group, at least, that I don't. Some people probably really do. I'm not trying to generalize, but I know I don't. My friends could say the most racist shit, and I'd be like, they probably just want to... You know what I mean? Like, there's always an excuse for a friend. And somebody gave me great advice, and they were like, treat your friendships like you would a relationship, in the sense that it's a relationship that's curated. Like, you're important, and you should be treated as such. And I was like, whoa, really? Which is part of why I'm sharing it with you guys. And just having a discussion. What am I, in college? You know what I'm saying? Why I'm talking about it, because it's actually really important to me. I know that a lot of you guys feel like you don't have somebody to talk to about this, or that, this is why I have the support tab up in my Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't. Genuinely, somebody's already actually gone in there finally, and they've talked about a problem they were having. They sought help when they couldn't find it elsewhere, and that's great. Like, I'm so happy that you have a community now. Hopefully you can take advantage of it, and if you feel comfortable, you can talk about the things that are plaguing you. You can make online friends. You can talk to people who have similar interests, who might have a different background, who might be able to give you a better, a better idea of what you could do or how you could solve the problem. That's so fucking cool to me. Like, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted everybody to feel like they had someone. When, you might feel like your family or friends are not around, or that they're letting you down. You have us to care. We're going to take Cambion Conception. Always we will care and be there for you. So join the Discord if you haven't. If you feel like you don't have a lot of friends that are around, like I don't. I have some, but I don't have a lot that are really around or that will respond enough for me to get into a deep conversation, or even not change the subject so that it's, you know what I mean? Like, if you have people like that in your life that you struggle with, you have us. So, and be a good friend. Like, if you can't be around, no fucking big deal. We are all actually adults that have adult life, jobs, bills, maybe partners, pets, kids if you have them, chores, responsibilities, tasks to get done around the house. There is a lot of time that needs to be spent doing things IRL. But also just communicate that. Very easy to do is, I'm not going to be around today. I have a busy day today. I have a lot of errands today. In reality, like, everybody should be pretty understanding of that. I think most people are. I think some people just want relationships that actually have, like, depth to them and have effort put in, and that's not weird. And don't make people feel weird for doing that either. Asking for more love, needing more support. Don't be that person. If you can't be that person for them, you can certainly say that, but don't be like, you're so needy. That's not needy, bro. We're humans. We are community animals. We need people around. Even if we don't always want people around. I don't, but I know that I would probably be a lot worse off if I was quite literally isolated. If I choose to isolate myself out of like whatever I need at that moment, whether I'm overwhelmed or whatever, that's so different than like being genuinely isolated. You know what I mean? So I'm going on and on and on, but it's just really interesting to me. It's something I think about a lot. And I think it's because I feel bad that there are so many people in this weird paradoxical state where they like really want to have friends and they like kind of almost self-sabotage by, and a lot of us get hurt too. So then like we self-sabotage by not making ourselves as available or putting up this giant brick wall, which I know I've done before, where you're not able to like connect because you're too scared to do so. Hey, girl, me too. And we kind of get stuck in this weird like loop where we're like not actually opening ourselves up because it's too scary to. Same. I felt that with my soul and I totally get it. But just remember that people will love you and don't self-sabotage when you can try not to, Yeah. Anyways, I hope your friends treat you well. And I hope my damage is so fucked. My damage is so goddamn shit. Oh my god. I hope you have a lot of people in your life that love you deeply and care about you in a way that's fulfilling for you. You deserve that. Even if people tell you differently or you feel like people show you otherwise, you do deserve to have a group of people that are there for you, that put effort in to be there for you, that text you in their free moments when they can, that catch up with you when life allows them to, that invite you over to see the kids, whatever the case may be. You deserve to have somebody there that's really caring and loving all the time, not when you have to remind them or when it's convenient. And don't forget that. Don't let people make you feel like you're needy because you want to have a friendship. That's better than talking every 3 years. Still can't believe that was a real video. Like, are you actually being serious or is this rage bait? Because 3 years is crazy. Like I can, like I said, 3 months, I could totally understand. Like, thank you to my friends who understand when I'm going through a hard time and I'm busy and they're around still and they pick right back up where we left off. Fine. If that happens once in a while or a couple times and, you have a hard time that you're going through and your friends are still there for you and you've come out of your shell or whatever, that totally makes sense. 3 fucking years though? No. And like as you get older, I guess 50 to 53 is less of a difference than maybe 23 to 26, right? But like still, this person was in their 20s. You're on some shit. Like 3 years is so long. So long. I am not who I was 3 years ago. Not even in a bad way. I mean, I'm largely who I was 3 years ago, but I'm different too. Like I've grown in so many different ways, and I don't want to like recap the last 3 fucking years. And I don't want to keep doing it either. Hey, haven't seen you since 2019. Hey, haven't seen you since 2022. Hey, like that would be really like, I'm tired. Haven't seen you. Won't be seeing you. Yeah, anyways, I just like self-discover and I figure things out and then I want to share it with you. That sounds super douchey. I self-discover. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about things and I think about why I get upset with things and I think about the things that I want in my life and then I share it with you guys because I can. And I don't know, it's nice to share the little revelations that I have and maybe it'll help you. Maybe you'll be like, oh, I could learn from that, or I don't have to take my friends being super, super flaky, or I don't have to, only have friends that show up for me whenever it's convenient for them. Like whatever helps you, I only want to help. And if you are one of those friends that disappears or whatever, nobody's attacking, I'm not shitting on you. Don't feel that way. But maybe you could try to prioritize important things like people who really care about you. Ouch. Prioritize those things the best that you can. If you're going through a hard time or you're busy or you work a lot, your friends probably know and that makes sense. But anyways, we talked the whole time. Happy Easter. Sorry to chat and yabber so much. If you like these chatty videos and you like having conversations and you want to just talk about stuff, you can let me know. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. It's been Nika. My Discord, Patreon, and ASMR channel are all in the bio description below. You can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I love you so much and I will talk to you soon. Bye.